the slow tortoise, and the quick lizard. The sun was just rising over the desert edge, casting a golden light across the rocky ground. The air was cool, but soon it would grow warm under the bright sky. In a quiet corner near a patch of tall grass, Tortoise slowly lifted his head from his shell. He moved at his usual calm pace, placing one sturdy foot in front of the other. Tortoise never rushed. He liked to take his time, to notice the tiny details around him, the glistening dew on a blade of grass, the sound of the wind brushing over stones, the gentle warmth of the first morning sun on his shell. A sudden rustle caught his attention. "Good morning, Tortoise," called Lizard, darting out from behind a rock. His sleek green body shimmered in the sunlight, and his tail flicked back and forth with excitement. "Good morning, Lizard," Tortoise replied, blinking slowly. "Where are you headed?" Lizard asked. "Across the field to the shady tree," Tortoise said. "It's a nice place to rest when the sun grows hot." Lizard grinned. "I'm going there too." "Race you?" Tortoise chuckled softly. "Race me? You know I am not quick like you. That's what makes it fun." Lizard laughed. "Come on, it'll be exciting." They began their journey together. Lizard zipped ahead, his tiny feet kicking up bits of sand as he ran. Tortoise took his steady steps, one after another, the sound of his claws gently scraping the earth. Within moments, Lizard was far ahead. He turned back, waving his tail playfully. "Hurry up, Tortoise. You're so slow. I'll be at the tree before you're halfway there." Tortoise smiled, but didn't change his pace. "Slow and steady works for me," he said. As Lizard raced forward, he came to a wide puddle left behind by last night's rain. He tried to leap over it, but the ground was slippery, and landed with a splash right in the middle. The cool water didn't bother him, but the soft mud at the bottom clung to his feet, making it hard to climb out. He struggled for a moment before calling back. Tortoise? A little help?" By the time Tortoise reached the puddle, he was still calm, his steps careful. "Hold on, Lizard," he said. Tortoise moved through the water, slowly but surely, his weight pressing into the mud without slipping. He reached Lizard and nudged him toward the firmer edge. Lizard scrambled up, dripping wet but safe. "Thanks," Lizard said, shaking water from his tail. "Guess rushing doesn't always work." Tortoise gave a small nod. Sometimes it's better to take things one step at a time. They continued on, Lizard still quick, but now watching where he placed his feet. Soon they reached a narrow stretch of rocks. Lizard tried to dart across, but his tail knocked a loose pebble, and he nearly slipped again. Tortoise, however, took each rock slowly, finding steady ground before moving to the next. Lizard decided to match Tortoise's pace this time, and they crossed without trouble. Finally, after the long walk, the shady tree came into view. Its wide branches reached over a patch of soft grass, and the cool shade was a welcome relief from the growing heat of the day. Tortoise arrived a few moments after Lizard, but both were smiling. "You know, Tortoise," Lizard said, lying down in the shade, "I thought speed was always better. But today, you taught me that steady steps can be just as good and sometimes even safer." Tortoise settled beside him, his shell gleaming in the dappled light. "We all have our own ways of moving," he said. "The important thing is to keep going." They rested under the tree, listening to the rustle of leaves and the distant hum of insects. And from that day on, Lizard still loved to race. But he also remembered that sometimes it's nice to slow down and enjoy the journey.